Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right, Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees. Just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. What have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. Your job locked. I don't blame him. He's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the rest of business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande, at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Over the last 15 years, I've taken almost no capital gains. And I've given 10% more to pay my bills. And because in the
regular working Americans look and say, $500,000 for a
why
speech?
do it? Well, why shouldn't every? It's the most independence I can get.
Clinton added he will not stop giving his high-priced speeches, saying in part, quote, "I got to pay our bills."
They can't help themselves.
He also said he prepares several hours for each speech.
They can't help themselves. We got to pay our bills. What are they? What are they doing? They're like $200 million.
He says he gives a lot of it to the foundation every year.
That's what Joe thought.
We got to pay our bills. They've made like $150 million already.
Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country off the Wall Street Radio Network. That's Joe Scarborough talking about Clinton. He's right about that. But worse than Joe Scarborough is a comment that Bill Maher made. But I'll get into that in a moment. But first, let's get to Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
The Dow, the market continues to stay in this 4% range, going sideways because the dollar has, pretty much given it up. The dollar is falling because of the fact that no longer does anybody believe that the economy is doing so well that they have to raise rates. And because the dollar has stopped going up, what we're finding now is that the market is having trouble breaking out. Before, the market was doing terrific because of the myth that the economy is really doing good, but it wasn't. Now, what you have to be prepared for when you're in a market is there's two sides to a market. There's the buy side, there's the sell side. The problem is most people never make money when the market goes down. Now, I know you hear all these gimmicks on these radio shows, especially on Saturday, when they tell you, oh, by the way, join me and I'll take care of you. You'll never lose money when the market goes down, and you always make money when the market goes up, which all that is a bunch of nonsense. That's an insurance policy you're buying, and you never make money with those kind of deals. If that was the case, if that was the truth, that you always make money in the market, and when the market drops, you never lose money, that means everybody in the world would be taking care of that. I'd have all my money there. I'd be part of it. That is ridiculous. It's a scam. It's an insurance policy. What you need to make money when the market goes down is what we call shorting a stock. Very simple. And with today's technology, you don't even have to know what that means. All you have to know is that when on your chart, on my PT2 chart, when it turns red, it just means that you're making money as it goes down. You simply execute a short, and you can see it right now. I'm going to go over this with you during the show. WFM is the Whole Foods. You know that. It's a very popular place. And you don't even have to know anything about Whole Foods. You don't have to know anything about their margins. You don't have to know anything about their free cash flow, their operating cash flow. You don't know anything about that. All you got to know is when it turns red, you just want to short it. And if you take a look at it, go right now to my site, philsgang.com, and I have it posted on my PT2, and you can see where it was green, and then she turned to red, which said, hey, the institutions are pulling their money out. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all the big guys are pulling their money out, and it started to drop. And we, again, if you had this chart and you were a gang member, then you had an opportunity to make about a 13% return. Hey, cut that in half. 6%. Hey, cut that in half again if you want. It's a lot more than you're making at the bank. So check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Click on Watch Live during the program. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. When a stock goes down, why not take advantage with today's technology? Okay. We're talking about Bill Maher. This guy, I like Bill Maher. I really do. I enjoy watching the show. But he's such a moron. He's a pompous arse, and he's just a moron. He doesn't do any research. None. Zero. Listen to the statement he makes.
I mean, and I know that like from 2009 to 2012, most of the gains, like
91%.
Okay, went to the top 1%.
1%.
But this is a president who we know would not like it to be that way. What does it say about our system that even when we elect a president who's against income inequality like this, he can't affect that change?
Well, part of it, he was really influenced by...
All right, don't make my hair hurt. Can you believe what Bill Maher is saying? He's a president that was elected. What does it say about this guy? Who would not like it to be this way, income inequality. He would not like it to be where the 1 percentile of the population, his friends, take 91% of all the income gains. They took 91%. Bill Maher he was one of these guys who took 91%. And he's saying, oh, but Obama is a president who, he just wouldn't want it to be this way. Bill, you are a moron. You've got to do some research before you go out on TV and make these stupid statements. You're a horse's arse, for God's sakes. Obama put the policies in place. It's Obama who put the policies in place so that you make the kind of money that you make, so that you can send him $1 million like you did to his campaign. Same as Buffett and Soros and Kaiser of Zoolander fame and Jeff Immelt. It's that club, that 1%. It was designed that way. It's called QE. It's called quantitative easing policies. It was a policy. That's his policy. It was designed for income inequality. What are you talking about? Obama is a president who would not like to be this way? You mean for you and your buddies to make millions of dollars in the market? It's just, I never heard anything so stupid. Obama's QE policy was to have the Federal Reserve buy $45 billion a month in bonds to make sure that the 10-year Treasury rate would drop. So to make the rate or the yield or the interest rate, the same thing, drop, to make them so low, so unattractive that the Chinese and the Saudis who come and buy these bonds would look at it and say, oh my God, I don't want these things. I'm going to shift to stocks. And that's why they did it. It was a trick, a dirty little trick to buy all these bonds to make them shift to the stock market. So the stock market would go straight up without companies having to make profits. Now, think about this, Bill. Obama put in $1 trillion in QE1, and the market went up 33%. He put in $650 billion in QE2. It went up 28%. And then QE3, which they call the twist, he put $400 billion in, went up 26%. And then QE3, he puts in another $1 trillion and it went up 22%. Now, remember what he told us. They were putting this money in, the $1 trillion, the $650, the $400 billion, and the last trillion, all to create jobs. That was a big lie, just as big as lie as we could keep our health insurance if we liked it, we could keep our doctor. This was the same size lie. It was never true. The reason why that money was put in under QE is to make the market rally so that the 1 percentile who controlled 85% of the stocks would become very, very wealthy. And that way, they could collect taxes on the wealthy, put the money in the treasury coffers. It was a lot easier than going out and trying to claw back or create 8 million jobs that Bush lost. This was all by design, the income inequality. We'll be right back after these messages here on philsgang.com. Join my gang tonight, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With gas prices rising and the dollar heading back down, the financial networks are telling you to buy oil stocks on April 16th.
I mean, I think if you want to buy the oil equities, it's safe to buy them here without a doubt, is what I said.
It's safe to buy oil equities.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's safe to buy oil as well.
And they recommend a buy on the gold stocks.
I think the miners and the resource plays are exactly where you want to play. The sentiment is so bad, the underallocations are there, these things are working.
A little late, guys, because if you are a philsgang.com member, Phil Grande made these recommendations back on February 2nd.
In the next few months, you got to watch your oil stocks, your oil service stocks. Gold, you want to be in mining stocks. You want to be in GDX. Oil and gold, that's what's going to happen.
And this is just one example of the information you receive as a philsgang.com member. Use Phil's Talking Trader charts to gain profits well before your money manager or financial networks inform you. Learn, invest, make profits at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, this is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebroker.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Lou Ann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you again, Phil. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks now, and I've learned a lifetime of information, facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, I'm applying myself and taking my future in my own hands.
To find out more information on Phil's Gang, just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Easy Trade Platform.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're talking about today, I want to discuss a little bit about most people. When the market goes down, and boy, we're going to have this market go down, let me tell you. And this market, if it was going to drop 10%, it will double. If it's going to drop 20%, scheduled drop 20%, it'll go down 40%. The reason why is because the Federal Reserve, on their balance sheet, they have nearly $4 trillion. Let me explain. The Federal Reserve, in 2008, when the stock market crashes, their job is to go into the banks and buy from them assets and give them cash. That keeps them alive. So they go and buy securities, they buy treasuries, and they give them cash in return. But in 2008, let's just make it simple for teaching purposes. They had, let's say, $300 billion on their balance sheet. That's all they had. They had plenty of room to buy from J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Bank of America, all of their assets, so to give them cash, to replenish that cash for them, so they could stay alive for another day. But here's the problem today. They have $4 trillion on their balance sheet. That means if we had a stock market crash today, and the market crash will be the banks, because the banks have been propped up. The banks are phony. The banks are all propped up. Pretend and extend. They're all propped up. If we have a crash, they can't go in like they did in 2008 and buy their assets. They haven't got enough room. They haven't got enough money. So that means the stock market's going to go down twice as far as it would ordinarily, I should say. So you should be prepared, because stocks go down 10 times faster than they go up. Be prepared to make money on the way down. It's so easy to do. Here, take a look. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and if you have a mobile device, or if you're in front of your computer at home or wherever, you can take a look at this. Let's first go and show you how easy it is. Remember, I told you to buy Schlumberger. I asked everybody, I said, it was listening to me on radio. I said, buy Schlumberger with our gang. And I said, the minute it turns from red to green, when it hits green, it started out at red around $79. Stayed at red, 80, 81, 82, kept staying red. Then all of a sudden it turned green around $84, $83. That meant that the institutions that own that stock, control that stock, like J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the rest of them, they're putting money in there. That's the signal. That's the technology today follows the money. And once it turned green, and then you drop to the bottom and look and see if there's a crossover, there's just a red line crossing yellow, and it went from red to green, you buy. And the beautiful thing, if you bought at $83, you could put a stop in at 82. You control how much money you're willing to risk. You don't need anybody doing this for you. So you say, I'm going to lose 500, I'm going to lose 200, I'm going to lose $25, whatever you wish. And then you can see the market, the stock went up to $95. So that's about, as I say, that's somewhere around a 20% return. So 14% return. So let's cut that in half. So let's say you made 7%. Let's cut it to 5%. If you did that once a month, a 5% return, just once a month, that's a hell of a return at the end of the year. But here's the other side. Remember, there's two sides to the market. When you give your money to those brokers who are going to make you broker, when you hand those money to these planners and the rest of these gangsters, remember, half of it's gone immediately. You hand over a check for $100,000 to invest, you lost $50,000. They won't tell you that. If you give them a check for $50,000, you immediately lost $25,000 because they only have you in one side of the market. There's two sides. There's the buy desk and there's the sell desk on Wall Street. You only get to play in one side, the buy side. Isn't that ridiculous? That's like buying a car with forward but no reverse. Now, how stupid could that be? So what you do with the technology we have today with PT2, you just follow when it turns red. So when it turns red, you just do the same thing, just the opposite. You sell it short. You also can put a stop in. So if it starts going up against you, and you say, I'll risk $100, $200, you can. So it's a beautiful thing because the market is going to collapse. There's no question about it. And every day that we hear on CNBC and we hear these people talking about how terrific this market is, it's a total joke. It's all fraud. There's no question about it. It's all fraud. I mean, how can they say that the market is really good? I mean, when you listen to them, I mean, think about this. Last week, the manufacturing numbers came in, and they always talk about weather, right? Here, listen to this.
Now, the market's concerned right now and has been concerned for the last couple of months because of this bad winter, the bad first quarter GDP.
The cold weather is going to play a factor in the Friday numbers.
Because of the weather?
Weaker data is probably partly weather-related.
Part of that softness may reflect adverse weather conditions.
I mean, everything is weather. Wait a minute. Here's what happened. Last week, the manufacturing numbers came in. And the warmer month, April... That's the warmer month, right? Which is warmer than in March, did worse. So it can't be the weather. So the numbers came in, and April, which is warmer than March, did worse. April did worse than March, had worse numbers than March, dropped lower than March. Well, wait a minute. I thought it was the weather. Are you kidding? On top of that, the employment index dropped to the lowest in 2 years. On top of that, bankruptcies just experienced their largest quarterly increase in 3 years. On top of that, factory orders fell for the 7th straight month. It was 7th straight month in a row. Household spending dropped to its lowest level last week since 2008. The wheels are coming off the economy. The second quarter GDP is going to be like the first quarter GDP. 0.2% growth? That's not growth. That's ridiculous. We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With gas prices rising and the dollar heading back down, the financial networks are telling you to buy oil stocks on April 16th.
I mean, I think if you want to buy the oil equities, it's safe to buy them here without a doubt, is what I said.
It's safe to buy oil equities.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's safe to buy oil as well.
And they recommend a buy on the gold stocks.
I think the miners and the resource plays are exactly where you want to play. The sentiment is so bad, the underallocations are there, these things are working.
A little late, guys, because if you were a philsgang.com member, Bill Grande made these recommendations back on February 2nd.
In the next few months, you got to watch your oil stocks, your oil service stocks. Gold, you want to be in mining stocks. You want to be in GDX, oil and gold. That's what's going to happen.
And this is just one example of the information you receive as a philsgang.com member. Use Phil's Talking Trader charts to gain profits well before your money manager or financial networks inform you. Learn, invest, make profits at philsgang.com. philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings? Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264. What makes investors? They do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're talking about the stock market, the economy. We're talking about how everybody's telling us the economy is great. Everything is fine.
The economy is doing rather well in spite of the bad first quarter numbers.
Our economy is steadily growing.
The economy is coming back.
And they keep telling us this. They keep putting out that same narrative, and it's not true. You know, rents are outpacing wages. Did you know now that the 1 in 4 people right now, they're working part-time. And now here's the problem. The rents are skyrocketing because there's so much demand for rent because people can't buy homes. 50% of their income, the people that are working, are going to paying rent and utilities. Then the rest of it is going to need to buy items. For example, insurance premiums are up 75%. Car insurance up 42%. In most states, they've gone up 42%. And here's the ridiculous thing. How much you pay for insurance in your car no longer is decided by, remember how it used to be your age, your car, your driving record? Oh, I better not go through a red light. No more. Do you know it's based on your credit score? That's right. On your credit score. On your education. Think about that. So if you got a 600 credit score, 500 credit score, and you quit high school, I'm really screwed. I better make sure I keep my credit score up there. So, but it's on your credit score, your education, whether you're white collar, blue collar. Isn't that ridiculous? But here's my point. The economy is not doing bad. They keep on lying to us. In fact, you want to know something? All the stuff that's going on in Baltimore, it has nothing to do with this guy by the name of Freddie Gray. Matter of fact, it was interesting. CNN had a guy in the street went around and asking who Freddie Gray was. 80% of the people who were in those crowds, who were in CVS burning it down, didn't know who he was. 80% of the people CNN took control didn't know who he was. You know why they're burning the place down? Because they're frustrated. Because this economy that we're in, that stinks, that has so much inequality, income inequality, where just a few people are making all the money in the stock market, and 90% of the people are not making they're not making money. They're just scrambling. They're going from paycheck to paycheck because they used to have an $80,000 job. Now they replace that $8,000 job with a $22,000 or $25,000 job, and they're happy to have it. That's what's going on in this country. That's what's going on. And then we get lied to. They go buy $45 billion worth of mortgages called quantitative easing. They go and buy $45,000 worth of these mortgage-backed securities, $45 billion every month from the 5 largest banks. So they got billions in cash. And we were lied to by Obama and Bernanke and said they were lending. We're going to do this. We're going to go in and buy from them the mortgage-backed securities they're holding, and we're going to give them the cash. And then that cash, they're going to loan it to small businesses on Main Street. They're going to create all kinds of jobs. That was a bull-faced lie. Instead, where'd that money go? The banks held on to the money because, remember, the money was free. They cut a deal with the Fed to give it back to the Fed at 3%. They made more money on 3% than they did loaning it at 6% to a businessman. So how could that be? Because remember, to get loan, if they go to loan somebody 6-7% interest, remember they got to get the money in. They got to pay deposits on that. They got to pay money on it. They got overhead to take care of those loans. They make when they loan money at 6%, you know what they net? 1.3%, 1.23%. That's the net. On the 3%, it's all theirs. They don't have any overhead. They're given the money by the Fed. The Fed turns around, gives it right back to the bank, and they get a check for 3% every month in interest. No expenses. And they don't loan to Main Street. And that's why Main Street is dying. That's why we don't have jobs. Because remember, it's the small businessman who creates 85% of the jobs, but they won't give money to, the banks will not give money to Main Street, won't give them to small businesses. That's why we have this the worst recovery ever. And we've been lied to. so bad when Bush lost 8 million jobs, Obama could not claw back the 8 million. In every recession, whoever loses the jobs, the next guy that comes in, he will always get those jobs back within 12 months. Replace them. Full-time jobs. You lose 8 million jobs, you always get them back in 12 months. Worst case, 18 months. This president, 5 years before he got them back. 5 years. Not 12 months, not 18 months, 5 years. Why? Because he wasn't creating jobs, because the money that $45 billion that they printed, and they went to the banks and will buy your mortgage-backed securities, give you all this cash, instead of loaning it to the banks, loaning it to businesses, they gave it back to the Fed at 3% interest. That's why we don't have a recovery. There's no recovery going on. No recovery going on. And then you got the expenses going up on Obamacare, you got expenses going up on rent, you got expenses going up on car insurance, and then when you hear this dope Biden say this,
we're turning this great ship of state around that was wandering out to sea and it's heading back to port.
What a lie. Why do you think Baltimore is burning? Why do you think these cities are burning? They don't know who Freddie is. They don't care about Freddie. They don't. All of this is, all the burning, all the rioting is associated with the economic growth rate in this country. In the late 60s and 70s, cities were becoming war zones. But the rioting almost entirely disappeared, if you remember back then, in the 80s and 90s, because we had a high-flying economy. We didn't have QE1, we didn't have QE2, we didn't have QE3, we didn't have the twist. If we had the twist, people were doing that in discos. But so there was no income inequality. This president has created income inequality by not giving this money to the people, just to his friends like Bill Maher, who gave him $1 million to get reelected. Under Obama's policies, we're $1.6 trillion lower on current gross domestic product than we would be. Listen to what I'm saying. Under Obama's policy that caused all this income inequality, and this is the reason why we got rioting in the street in Baltimore, we are $1.6 trillion lower on current gross domestic product than we should be. What are you, nuts? With a Reagan-style recovery, we'd have $2.5 trillion more output and income than income today. But on average, every family in America would have $20,000 more in income if we had a Reagan-style recovery. So there's the crisis. That crisis that's in Baltimore and all over America. They're angry. The people are angry. It's not just a rolling crisis. Remember Obama said, well, this is a rolling crisis in Baltimore. I am afraid that's not the truth. It's a slow rolling crisis in Baltimore, but bigger than that, it's just a slow rolling crisis in our economy. There's the crises. Unbelievable. Just look at the numbers under Obama. Because he didn't want the banks to loan, but to give the monies back to the Federal Reserve, so these guys could go out, and the banks, they could go and take care of themselves, invest in commodities, Instead, there was no investment spending in companies, no investment on plants, no investments in equipment or facilities or technology. It fell off a cliff. If you go look at the numbers, the investment under Obama in companies, in plants, in equipments is the worst we've had in 30 years. Worst we've had in 30 years. Fell by a crazy 23%. So this lack of business spending, that we can't create jobs. That's why people are going in and burning down CVS. And what are we going to do? Can we stop that? No. We're going to burn up the stock market with our PT2 chart. We'll look at another stock when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With gas prices rising and the dollar heading back down, the financial networks are telling you to buy oil stocks on April 16th.
I mean, I think if you want to buy the oil equities, it's safe to buy them here without a doubt, is what I said.
It's safe to buy oil equities.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's safe to buy oil as well.
And they recommend a buy on the gold stocks.
I think the miners and the resource plays are exactly where you want to play. The sentiment is so bad, the underallocations are there, these things are working.
A little late, guys, because if you are a philsgang.com member, Phil Grande made these recommendations back on February 2nd.
In the next few months, you got to watch your oil stocks, your oil service stocks. Gold, you want to be in mining stocks. You want to be in GDX. Oil and gold, that's what's going to happen.
And this is just one example of the information you receive as a philsgang.com member. Use Phil's Talking Trader charts to gain profits well before your money manager or financial networks inform you. Learn, invest, make profits at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
When you disinvest in education, when you provide no places for kids to play and no summer jobs, Baltimore happens.
Now, I'm under no illusion that out of this Congress we're going to get massive investments in urban communities.
Give me a break. Listen to this.
We are spending a ton domestically. I mean, just take Baltimore. Baltimore School District. It's the second highest spending per pupil in the country.
Second highest spending per pupil in the country, but she comes out and lies, the mayor.
When you disinvest in education, when you provide no places for kids.
Disinvest?
We are spending a ton domestically. I mean, just take Baltimore. Baltimore School District. It's the second highest spending per pupil in the country. If you look at the 100 largest school districts in the country, Baltimore's number 2, over $15,000 per pupil.
Unbelievable. It's because government's running those school districts. There's the problem. Privatize it. See the difference. Give a company that $15,000 per pupil. See what happens. Unbelievable. And as I said, we can't solve this. We're not going to solve it here in this radio show today. Krugman, he always blames that there's not enough money. We've got to do more stimulus and more stimulus. I mean, look at the money that we've put into stimulus, besides the $830 billion, the trillions of dollars, and we still got a growth rate, an annualized growth rate of 2%. And if we remove the fake inventory build, we're probably about 1%, say 1.25%. All the money is going to the 1 percentile. That's where all the money's going to the banks. And they select who's going to get this money. It's all the big boys. They're going to get the money. And listen to this. The reason why we have Baltimore is because of this zero interest, where corporations can borrow money at zero interest. They borrowed $3.4 trillion at zero interest. And in addition to that, they also plowed back 54% of their profits into more stock buybacks. More stock buybacks. So the stock would go up. That money used to go back into the communities. That money, the $700 billion in profits, used to go back into the economy in form of higher wages, increased investments in the plants and the equipment, IT spending. It doesn't do that anymore. That's why they're fighting in Baltimore and burning their place down. Because the $700 billion in profits doesn't go back to our communities anymore. It goes to the CEO with his stock options. That's what happens. So it's not going to higher wages. So if you had an $80,000 job, you lost that job, now you got a part-time job that's paying you $28,000. This is why. Because that $700 billion last year, the profits was spent on stock buybacks. Doesn't go through the economy. IT spending, the first sign of economic recovery. We've never seen anything like this. There's no IT spending. We've never seen a recession where there's no IT spending. Every recession, all 11 recessions, the first thing you see was IT spending. You knew we were coming out of the recovery. No IT spending. Instead, we have all these stock buybacks. It's draining trillions out of this economy. And into a bubble that I've never seen before. Inflated stock prices I've never seen before. And remember, all this stock buyback adds not any value to these companies, not once. It enriches a small group of people, the 1 percentile. It enriches the CEOs who make money on their stock options, and enriches the shareholders. But the 90 percentile in this country get nothing out of it. Obama, his elitist friend Bill Maher, he's doing just fine. He's doing just fine. He's benefiting from the stock buyback. But Joe Suckface, who's got 3 jobs, and he's trying, and he's got 2 kids, and he's trying to make ends meet, and then all of a sudden he's got food stamps, or he gets some rental assistance. He loses it because he's making too much money. The government says, "Oh, you're making too much money. We're going to take that away from you. We don't want you to work." The government hates working poor. They hate the working poor. And any time that they catch the working poor getting a little extra money, working another job, they take away their food stamps, or they take away their rental money or whatever, because they hate the working poor. They want them to be poor. So they can get on that welfare and build the welfare empire. And big companies like, oh, but I love this thing with Bill Maher. Well, I don't understand this income inequality. Our president would never allow something like that. Are you kidding? Dow Chemical did everything it could to push the stock price up as high as it possibly could go. It was amazing what they're doing. They're buying back their stocks left and right. In fact, over the past year, Dow Chemical bought back over $4 billion in Dow shares. They didn't do any stock repurchases the year before, 2013 or 2014. In fact, 6 months ago, Dow increased its share buyback plan by $5 billion, which now boosted the total share repurchase program just about $10 billion, a little less. Stocks going up, but guess what? Stocks going up, but the net income in Dow's going down. So you got the shareholders making money, you got the CEO making money, exercising his option, but you got net income going down, stock going up because there's no sales. So who gets screwed for this? The executive, the workers on the floor. They're getting fired. They just laid off another 3,000 workers. So here you got the stock going straight up. Stock going straight up. Everybody's getting rich. Not everybody. The top 1 percentile is getting rich off of it, but the poor worker's getting laid off. He's always getting up the yin-yang. So what do we do? Well, we're not going to fight this. Let's make money. Let's go to my stock right now. Go to Stock Corner right now. Take a look at this. Didn't I beg you to buy Microsoft with me? Go to philsgang.com, and I got up my PT2. And I told you, when the stock turned green, around $42, around $43, right there, I said, look, let's buy Microsoft. And now Microsoft went up, beautiful, 13% return in a couple of weeks. Let's say you got half of that. What is wrong with that? Or take copper, FCX, take copper. How many times did I beg you to buy copper? I said, go to my site, philsgang.com, and I said, follow me on copper. The minute it turns green, we'll get into copper. It went up 26%. Cut it in half, 12%. Cut it in half again, 6%. What do you get at the bank now? And that's the other thing. This government is screwing. This government with this QE is screwing the seniors. People who need to get 6 and 7% return on their money are getting nothing at the bank now. They need that money. So now they're going back to work. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to go back to work when you're 60 or 70 or 80 years old? Do you want to go back to work? Are you kidding? When you're 30 years old, I'll do that. Oh, really? Wait till you're 60, see what it's like. Wait till you're 70, see if you feel so frisky in the morning. You want to go back to work. So the biggest problem we have in America right now is retirement. Social Security, forget about it. They steal our Social Security from us, the Congress. The minute money gets in there, they steal it from us. So you do have a place to turn to. All I ask you to do is help St. Jude. If I can help you, reach out and help you with this little chart, this PT2 chart that turns from red to green. And when it turns red, matter of fact, we have a program so that when the market starts to crash, to short it, you don't have to feel uncomfortable shorting. You do what we call an inverse, SH. Oh, I'll put it up right now. I'll show you. When SH turns green, and the market starts crashing, and when SH turns green, which will probably turn green around $21.50. If you join the gang tonight and you start following me, when this market starts to crash, we'll be in position. Just like we were with our copper. That was up 26%, our Microsoft 13%. How about our oil service stocks? 25%. All because of that PT2 chart. Look at, join my gang, Phil's gang. I'll reach out to you. All I want you to do is reach out to the kids if you do well, and I'm sure you will. We'll see you on the chart. Join my gang tonight, philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.